Hello, welcome back. Today we let go to hobbies. Right, something I found really highly amusing. Right, but I didn't do it. When we had COVID, yeah, now listen to what I'm going to say. We're diving down that rabbit hole and we're going to go deep this time. And it's going to be, I think it's funny. So we're diving down. Here we go. We're down. Okay, we're at a sub level. Now, when I say a sub level, it's why people do things. Yeah? Now, if you can imagine that we're in COVID, we've got COVID-19. Yeah? Now, what did they get people to do? Come outside the houses and clap for the NHS. I respect it has shown the NHS appreciation. And I just find it hilarious to think everyone's coming outside to clap for the NHS. I just think it's absolutely ludicrous. And it's just absolute funny because you wouldn't get me doing it. Yeah, I'll go up to the NHS and I'll say thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you do. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the NHS that do a fantastic job, and that's the way I view it. But I don't have to go outside, making myself look a fool, clapping my hands and saying, "Go on, NHS." That's just David, all right? But a lot of you might think differently. I respect everyone's different, but the way I see this is this. You don't have to come outside and clap your hands in public. Everyone knows, a lot of people do, that we have a lot of respect for the National Health Service. Yeah? But it's, I suppose, in one way, bringing people together. The problem with the society we have now is fragmented. Why is it fragmented? Guess who's done it? The government. Because they have screwed up the British society. Why do I say this? Because we're diving deep now. Is because their policies, where do we start? Joining the common market, being lied to, being misled. Council tax, being told it won't go up. Taking the winter fuel allowance away from the pensioners. The farmers, giving foreign countries over £500 million for their farmers, where screw the British farmers. Yeah? What about British Steel and the Chinese? What did the Chinese do? They was running British Steel to make profit for the Chinese. But it's not just British Steel they own. They own, I think, is it Pizza Express? 100% owned. And then I think, is it 60% of Weetabix they own? But that's just a few. Here you are. Jaguar Land Rover, yeah? Who owns it? This is where I draw a line in the sand, and that is I know we're deviating off a subject, right? But it is relevant. And the relevance is this. When they say about British jobs, it's British workers working for a company that is owned by a foreign entity. So let's look at this in a different way. So we are being misled. We are being deceived. Where this government has basically lied to us and deceived us. Why do I say that? Is because history has shown us that they cannot be trusted. Why can't we trust them? because they have lied through their back teeth, saying one thing and doing another. Look what Margaret Thatcher did. She started this. And it's like you're not allowed to smack your child now. Chastising. There's no discipline. People can do what they like. There's no moral standards. The law is a joke. People just are running amok. And it all comes back down to a society that has no camaraderie, no care about each other. But in the other aspect, regarding the National Health Service, what people are doing is being appreciative for what they were doing, which it was funny for me to watch people coming out in the street, clapping their hands. Yeah, that is my perspective. I just thought it was funny. But it's good in one respect, to show their appreciation. But I don't have to show my appreciation by coming out in the street, making myself look a fool and clapping my hands. You might think different. That is your prerogative. You have your own views. So leave a comment down below. Did you stand outside and clap for the National Health Service? Or didn't you? I don't know. But I'm not trying to wriggle out of it. I just thought it was funny. I don't have to show my appreciation that way. But I'm quite happy to speak to people and say the NHS is doing a fantastic job. I show my appreciation in different ways. Right, we'll come back out of this rabbit hole. And to be honest with you, how things are going in this country, we have a lot to be desired. And I think we're in this position because of governments and the little goodies and the people that have a rule book for breakfast. You know that type. Dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And they normally work for the government. So, and most of the time, a few civil servants roll into one. But I don't know about you. I'm afraid I do not trust the British government. And what Starmer did with this deal with USA, I think in my respect is very good. But I think it was a bit, what's the word I'm looking at? Lacking moral standards than what he was doing on celebration of VE Day. And I think it was done to emphasize what they've done. But instead of doing that, it should have been separate, because VE Day was remembering the people that gave their lives for our freedom, not to make a deal between the UK and the USA. So that's my view as well. But we'll make another video on that and what do you think. So anyway, please like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, because I dare say you have your comments and you would like to make. Did you stand outside and clap for the NHS? Or you didn't? But that was my opinion, and everyone has a different opinion. But there we go. If you didn't like what I said, fair enough. If you do agree with me, fine, leave a comment. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. But thank you for watching. Much appreciate your time. And take care, and we'll see you next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.